DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Hello, storytellers of tomorrow. I am Renzai.
I am Karenzai. Yes, no, we're not brother and sister. We're married.
No. And this phenomenal being right over here is DJ Pride 3000. And we're going to go on a journey with her throughout today. But I wanted to remind, for some of those who are just joining us for the first time, because we got a question, what's your show about? We're here for one reason only. A lot of you are possibly choosing, hey, I see my career. I want it to be part of this singing, acting, sculpting, painting,
Writing, dancing.
Writing, music. And the simple fact is we're here to hopefully help give you some information that will make it a little easier for you, because some of you aren't in locations where you can always get the information you need in different parts of the world and stuff, and we get that. So we're here basically to hopefully give you the education today so you can become the storytellers of tomorrow. And with that said,
I'm going to say something because I'm the boss of him. So the reason that we feel qualified to be able to help you on your journey with this creative endeavor of yours is because my beautiful husband and other host, he doesn't like me to say co-host.
it's like Other Planet.
Other Planet,
Yes.
one of the hosts of DreamWeavers StarTrax,
Yes.
is an acting coach. He teaches many pros around the world, filmmaker, songwriter, playwright, screenwriter. What doesn't he do? And then there's me. What do I do? I'm a singing teacher.
That's not true. You grew up making your toes really funky looking as a ballet girl in
I was
Chicago.
I was a dancer.
You became singer, songwriter. You won awards in LA as a songwriter, and which is really a tough place to win this kind of award.
Don't stop. Keep talking about it.
Okay, so
Y'all are
then
too
she
cute.
became
That's right.
then she became one of the world's top fire radiators, as well as a phenomenal theatrical illusionist storyteller.
Oh,
So I
no.
think
He
that
was
kinda
the
worked.
theatrical illusionist and the human target.
Really ask the people who they looked at more in the showdown. I
Just
remember
because
that.
girls did it.
She's much prettier. All right,
much
anyway. So let's get in today. Today, we're going to deal with DJ Pride 3000. And we're going to find out where this young lady came from and why it was such a fascinating journey. Let's start with where were you born?
Planet Private Eye. Just kidding. Maybe that's a laser gold little situation. Honestly, Houston, Texas.
Houston,
Texas gal, yeehaw.
Hey.
So you're born in Houston, Texas. Give us a little background where you really started that was because she has a bit of a contrast to where she's at now, the mountain she had to climb. How did it start out?
And we don't have mountains in Texas, but it felt like we did. Just
Yes, it did.
but it's very humid there, by the way. So I would just go to Garden Villas Music Academy. I moved in this neighborhood. I was always dancing around. Garden Villas offered violin, piano, dance, theater, gymnastics. So I didn't know anything else really. I was there and I'm like, oh, I can choose. Okay.
Why were you interested in that in the first place? What happened in your head that went, ooh, that's interesting?
I did take this piano class, and I don't know who she is. I forgot her name, but she did like hit my hands against the piano, and I just kind of ran away from that. And just it's like, I think I'm going to do that. And it was dance and it was gymnastics. I just fell in love with it. It was, I will say, it was a little more natural for me than instruments. So I just
gymnastics first. So
Gymnastics
very strong
first.
physical. That would make sense.
Yeah, it just came pretty natural. And then I saw a little modern dance class, and I was like, oh, that's like 7 years old. I don't know why I felt it. I was like,
And did you come from a family of performers?
my mom choreographed Spanish dancing. My father was a piano player, but
I've only known her for 10 years and didn't know that.
Wow. We're learning.
yeah, he was pretty good. But I didn't grow up with him. So my mom raised 3 kids, and Garden
Single
Villas,
mom?
single mom, raised 3 kids on her own. And when she sent us to that school, I think with my mother in that school, Garden Villas Music Academy, I think it would open the door for me
That's
personally.
excellent.
Yeah.
So-
if it wasn't for that school, I think
So dancing
know what
followed that.
happened.
So you finally, and then somewhere kind of dealing in that. You're going from dance. And I remember it'll be on one of the takes. You'll see a picture of her with a mask over her, and she's just
So
like
cute.
in high school.
strong. And
High school.
I'll be honest, you'll get why they're
I like
named
25
Pride. She
there,
looks
but it's high
very
school.
proud
Oh,
of
you
what
didn't
she
even look like a
does.
little kid.
So with that, so you're in dance, and what started happening?
I was really vocally shy. Can you imagine that?
No.
Me and my big mouth. So I just was really shy. I didn't want to speak. When I had to do like reports, I just did not want to do it. It was like death to me. But if I had some choreography and it was time to perform, I was just like, I guess I was expressing. I used my body as an expression to voice my thoughts. And
Right.
So I just totally like locked into that
To
and just
dance.
kept it. Yeah.
That's interesting. So you found that as your way to express yourself.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yeah.
where were you?
Gymnastics, especially because the tumbling was just like flip, 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 and there was like, thank you, I'm done. Like that's what I had to say. Goodbye. So it really worked. Yeah,
That's interesting.
dance especially.
You were into the dance and stuff. What began to happen inside you? Where did the performer start developing? What kind of dreams did you start having in your head to go, ooh, this is the adventure I want to go on?
I
when you
think
get
maybe,
older?
I think maybe high school, the drill dance team. I became a senior lieutenant. Had the whistles. Okay, high kicks up to here and there, and I wasn't trying to be bossy or anything. Maybe I was. I just wanted it perfect. Not perfect like.
Yeah.
I wanted I guess I was trying to pull their souls out into their kicks, and I didn't know how to explain that then. So I was like, whatever. But I just pull your soul out from
I
your
know what I'm
kick.
giving her for her birthday. I'm going to give her a whistle.
So I just felt like, oh, this is amazing, and if we can do this correctly and do this on the field with everybody watching, like they want to see a performance, and we're here to practice and go on that field and give them a show. I just felt something like this is cool.
So you found a way to kind of express yourself emotionally by helping others express themselves emotionally through dance.
Yes, and I also felt like, okay, the football players, that football's really great, but what about dance? I think we're athletes too.
What about
I'm going
dance?
to show them that we're athletes.
Thank you.
Because, you put your leg here and you point your toe, you do that 50 times, that's athleticism.
Yeah.
That
And
is
it's-
athleticism.
Okay, so you got
for
that.
sure.
If you're just into sports and you think you're strong, try that.
Riot.
in the hot
Be
sun.
patient or
humidity.
you'll go to 911.
Yeah,
real
it's
quick,
like
though.
during the summertime in
Right.
Houston, it's like 80% humidity and high kicks 50. Now, no wonder some of the girls are like, I don't know if you like hers. I'm like, well, I love you. Let's get those kicks up there. Because I know when the performance time comes, it's like, I know at the time when you're rehearsing and you're practicing, it's hard and it hurts. But when the music starts and you're on the field and people are watching and you practice that time, that's when they're going to see all the practice and it's going to be beautiful.
Wow.
It's just-
There you have it.
So my question then at this point is, so now
It's
you've
hard to
been
see
doing
that at the time, though.
At the time when you're sweating, yes.
What was your worldly dream, and when did you leave to start taking that on? We got about a minute left, so
Okay.
let's hear that journey.
I had two things in my brain. It was like Vegas or New York. I wasn't really prepared for New York because my vocals were, to be perfectly honest, it was like, I took
We'll talk about that
two
next.
choir classes, I think. But the choir teachers couldn't figure out my voice. They were like, I hear something.
So you wanted to go to
that's
New
very
York, wanted to
cookie
go to
voice.
Vegas.
So I chose Vegas because that was my dancing. I was studying that in college, and I was like, I think I'm more prepared for that opposed to New York.
All right, so you
Something.
wanted to go to Vegas. You set that up. So what did you do? Did you just leave to go to Vegas? Or did you-
I saved money. I'm one of those where I like to prepare for things. I did save money for 3 months. I did fly to Vegas 2 months before I went. I think a month or two before I went. I got an apartment. I actually registered for school.
How old were you?
I was barely 21.
Wow. Okay.
And when you auditioned here, what show did you land?
Crazy girls.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm crazy.
And that happens. And we're going to find out what happened when she left Texas. Coming up next in a few moments.
Yeehaw.
And that's yeah. We'll see how that went and the transition and the amazing thing happens and how she ended up overcoming those fears and problems with her voice and
Uh-huh.
became a singer, songwriter, and later on producer, director. Should be fun. We'll see you in a few.
Hi, Star Trackers, how you doing? And we are back with the beautiful, talented, and really fun DJ Pride 3000, who is a longtime DreamWeavers client and friend.
Yes.
And we have some cool history together, which we'll talk about briefly. So we told you in segment 1 that we were going to finish Beautiful Pride's journey when she made it to Las Vegas. And the first show you landed was
Crazy Girls.
Crazy Girls. She was an amazing dancer, still is, let me tell you.
Thank you.
I've been on stage with this beautiful lady many, many, many times, and I can't tell you what a fun experience it is.
Thank you so much.
And so you were in Crazy Girls for how long?
Almost 3 years. It was like maybe 2 years and 7 months.
At the
Something like
wonderful Riviera, which
I know.
just got
I just saw the
imploded.
first building, the Monaco Towers,
So
and be
sad.
imploded, which was I DJ'd there the Christmas party. So I was like,
Right.
no, don't leave
So
me.
sad. She was the last person to DJ.
The last person
at
to
the
DJ
Riviera.
Monaco Towers.
That's
what?
right.
Christmas
And then
party.
after Crazy Girls, you got another iconic show in Las Vegas,
Not right after,
but a little bit after.
yeah, after,
The next show you had here.
It was called X Girls, but now it's called X Burlesque.
That's the
And
last show.
Angela is the producer of it.
Who's still a dear friend of Miss Pride and
Yes.
Beautiful Prides. And then you got one of my favorite shows in Vegas.
Splash.
Splash, which is no longer here, and I'm not going to say anything, but a little birdie told me something, which I'll share with you after the show.
Uh-oh.
And which is really, really cool. And she was with Splash until it closed, right? So
We were the last cast members, 2006. I think.
2006, yeah, and we were at the last show, and Ren and I, and it was a great show. We loved it. So we're going to delve into something that Pride said in the first segment, and it was about her voice. She had a couple of choir teachers, and those choir teachers didn't know what to do with her voice because
Well, there was it's elementary school, and it's not one-on-one training, so they have to deal with what. There was 30 of us.
30
kids.
singers, right?
But
30 kids.
everyone kind of had, all the girls kind of had the same voice, and all the guys kind of had the same voice. And listen to me, my raspiness, and they were like, "Where's that sound coming from? Where's that sound?" And I was like, "She can't be talking about me." She's like, "You come here." I was like, "No."
Oh my God.
She's like, "Okay, you're gonna be an alto." I'm like, okay.
Oh, you gotta love those choir directors. All love to you guys, but you need to learn a little bit about vocal technique. And I'm gonna ask you, where did that rasp come from? What's going on in your throat?
When I was younger, I think I screamed a lot just playing.
A loud kid.
Yeah, I was screaming a lot, playing a lot. And then later on, I think it's acid reflux or something.
Yes, that's exactly. And we found out while I
Yeah.
was teaching you that she had acid reflux. So what Pride ended up with is a quirky voice, and we've talked about that before with several of our other students, such as Jeff Mix and with beautiful Carly Kemp, and we have Pride in her quirkiness in her voice. Which
Embrace the quirkiness, people.
We love embrace it, love it, because the labels are looking for unique voices. We always know when you listen to Pride's music that it's Pride singing. You always recognize her voice. However, it limited your range-wise, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It did.
Because you had vocal nodules.
Yeah, in the beginning when I first came to you, it was terrible. The first 2 years, it was therapy.
Yeah.
It wasn't really vocal training, it was therapy. So I really felt like I wanted to give up, but I was like, well, I'm just
But
not
you
that.
didn't.
My personality is not like that, so.
Absolutely not. She did not give up at all. And we started out, you had maybe 5 notes that you could sing with?
Yep.
And now you're singing a good octave and a half, 2 octaves, which is a lot of notes for those of you that don't know about singing. But she stayed with it, and that's what I want to say to you guys. She had a big hill to climb. People didn't understand her voice, and people didn't know how to plug her voice in. But
I
Pride,
used to make fun. My own brother used to make fun of my voice. People in school did. And when you're little, it's weird. It's like, oh my god, you sound like a boy. You sound weird. And now I'm thinking, that's because I'm not from this planet. So that's why. Everybody.
So she tenacity and stuck with it and grew her voice to where she became a recording artist. How many albums do you have out?
I have the Laser Dream, and then I have my single Technotremology, and then there's
I love that song.
love it too. It's awesome. And so now working on, I have some other little singles that really I didn't release too much, but it's more like underground. I kind of mix it in with my DJ stuff, like, like some rave stuff, because it's kind of way out there weird. But now I'm working on something with another recording artist, Teresa Glam.
And you'll be talking about that with Ren
Yes.
in the next segment. I want to talk about, you just heard me say technodramology. I love it. And I've had the pleasure of being on stage and in the recording studio with Pride many, many times. I did most of the vocal arrangements for the songs, and I sang backup on a lot of them. And we had fun, let me tell you.
It's great. Yeah, it's fun.
But I wanted to talk about, I told her, I wanted to talk about her song, Technodramology, because it is my favorite song of her. I love all of her stuff, and there's a couple that I love, but this one is so important, I think. And because technodramology, people, does anybody have an iPhone or an iPad or a computer? Just saying. So why did you decide to write that song? What inspired
The
you?
world that we're living in with technology. It's technodramology means drama with your technology. It's like having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but with your phone. It's like, have you ever done this? Oh my God. It's like you're talking to your boyfriend, but it's like, why am I talking to this technological device with so much passion and so much hate or love? It's like, this is really weird. So, and it's not just the phones, it's everything around us now. So I'm like, I just start writing it. And then Dan Walker, he's with Zoe Bowie, he's the producer.
Genius.
And
Dan
then,
Walker.
Matt Woodward, he played guitar on it.
Matt, yeah, it's great.
So a lot of people involved. You, of course.
Yes,
and
I sang backup. Yeah.
so just the whole like the whole like concept of what we're going through in this day and age, Apple computers and this just everything around us.
And did you just write I know you wrote the lyrics, and I know you wrote the melody, but what did you have to do with the arrangement of the song?
Well, you helped out a lot.
I did? Oh my God.
I mean, it's time consuming. Writing music's time consuming. It's just, I mean, not all songs, but I think if you want it to be kind of cool or be kind of okay,
well, and to make it commercial,
put some time in it
to make it commercial, and so you wrote this really, really cool song about technology, and how do you feel? And I know your stuff is different. It's electronic and it's energetic and it's poppy, but it's still deep at the same time. A little bit of rock in it. How do you feel? And you guys, Ren and I teach songwriting. It's really important as far as we are. There's some people that just write for underground, and some people that say, gee, I don't want to work a regular job. I'd like to make a living with my music. How do you feel you made it commercial? What did you do to make it a commercial song?
I think,
because that's a real important part of writing music.
I think sometimes, the message can be like serious, but I think the music in general, people, they go to work or they're breaking up with their boyfriends or whatever's happening in their life. They want something they can just like not think too much about and just feel, a nice little poppy beat just to take them away from the seriousness. And then maybe later on they can like, I'm going to listen to these lyrics and see and understand what's happening with the lyrics. Like, oh wait, there's something more to this little poppy fun song. You just dance around, not get too serious about it.
So you took a dramatic
concept
and put some fun poppy music around it.
Yeah, you got to have fun. I think that's the key, having fun, loving it, enjoying it. And you can there's certain songs you want to kind of get morbid with, but with the pop stuff, I think it's what the general population wants on their way home from work, usually, I think.
I love that. I love that. Well, DJ Pride never ceases to amaze and entertain and create, because she always sees every project she does more than just the song. She sees the visual to it too, and the production of it. And I think that is an incredible talent to have. So stay where you are.
Thank you.
Because we're going to be back in just a few minutes with DJ Pride 3000 talking about production, DJ, and storytelling. See.
Welcome back, Star Trekkers. We are here today with Pride 3000, DJ Pride 3000, and we're going to continue the journey, but I want to give a shout out to our buddy who, if you'll notice, we have not seen our beautiful producer Desiree today because she is not feeling well. She's exhausted. She had to do so much this week, so we love you. And take a break, sleep well. And also her assistant, Ember. All right. So, we start out in Texas. We get ourselves out in Vegas. We're sitting there and everything's fine. I want to sing, but if people tell me I have a problem. So you learn to sing, then you write a story, and then you realize if I want it a certain way, I'm going to have to do this. So you become director, producer. Tell us about that. What happened?
Gosh, in the first band or second band?
Yeah. What you have to learn to do to get that accomplished. Because not everyone's born with that in them. You just kind of have to learn, wow, I got to get this done.
I think I learned a lot of it too with the producers from my shows.
Okay.
I watched them. I did, watch a lot of documentaries as well. Studied a little bit. I did take, theater and other classes in college. I mean, that does help. I'm not saying it's the only thing, but I think the main thing is the experience, being on set and movie sets with certain people. It's kind of like mentally taking note of all that. They're just kind of like, okay. And I, even as a child, like playing dress, most kids do it. You play dress up. That's like you're practicing. But when you get older, you kind of know like the technique of it. Like, okay, you have to do it this way, that way. And you get a chance as a producer to do it, the vision that you want. So with Pride and the Vanities, especially, I got a chance to create my vision and produce it of this whole space, traveling space journey, if you will.
Very cool. And your costume maker was off the hook.
Oh, Mr. Vavoom.
I mean, in
and
selecting
Julie.
who worked with you, I found quite amazing. The makeup, the costumes, the people he chose, very fascinating.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Vavoom, he had a boutique here. We're actually still talking, and his wife, Julie, she makes Julie bras, and we're actually going to do some stuff for my show in the future that we'll talk about later, but I'm going to produce later. And I think with the schooling and the experience and the shows I was in, and even certain people I've met, networking, asking them questions, and you guys has helped me develop that. It's not just one person or two persons. It's a community. I think a lot of people forget that. It's not just one person. It's never one or two, three, 4 or 5 persons. It's more than that, and it's like we have to help each other. It's like if someone has a show, it's not going to hurt you or kill you to post it on your Facebook. If who cares if they're not popular yet or have the biggest following? That doesn't matter. If that's your friend and you talk to them, then you should promote them, and vice versa, because that's your community. That's what's going to help you, and you guys will grow together if we do it together. No one could leave each other out. It's this. That's one.
Yeah, and you have a personality that works with the people around you, and that's a big one. So never make it about yourself, and that community helps you get your dreams done. And in reverse, in towns, you will learn to help each other get each other's dreams done.
You can't please everybody, but that's just life. Not everyone's that's life. That's part of life. That's the planet Earth, and it's okay. It's okay.
One of the first sentences I ever heard was really simple. You can please all the people some of the time. Some of the people all the time, never all the people all the time. Don't even try.
Exactly. It is a waste of energy because that's not why we're here. That's not the main focus.
So you produced in the particular one. So when you were producing it, what are some of the things you had to figure out? And okay, got my idea, I'm ready to go, and I've got my plans laid, so this should go perfect. Bam. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. What are the things you ran into in that?
Oh, well, the first band, I think I didn't really realize the lives everybody had, like getting rehearsals together, getting everyone there at the same time, scheduling. Everyone has their own lives. Everyone has their different personalities. So you have to like I said before, become one. But you have to really.
A little bit of a psychologist sometimes.
You have to, and you have to be crazy. You have to have tough skin because there's been bands I was in that it didn't work out because it's just we clashed, and I tried, they tried, but it just wasn't meant to be. And
it is, and you realize it, you have to go through people sometimes, and you don't want to. You want the first group to come in, the first ones that audition. But
you want
humans
it so,
are humans.
You want it so bad. I've cried. I've like had tantrums. Yes, me. Earth does crazy things to you. It
Yeah, it
does. I go,
does.
oh. Do you know when I was in with this one group, whatever that group was, I had like my head shaved. That wasn't really shaved. I pulled my hair out. Everybody, okay? And I'm just kidding. But yes, you will do that. Want to do that sometimes, but it's okay. Again,
You got to get through it, and probably
it's your emotion.
It's there.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, the toughest thing is when you're auditioning people, if you're trying to figure this out in the business, remember one thing. Even though it may be your dream, your album, your movie, your comic book, all of that stuff, it's still a story. Make it about the story, not yourself. And make sure when you audition people, not just because somebody's your buddy. You can lose a lot of friendships that way. Caution.
You can lose this. You can also take away from the story.
Yeah.
Because I think it's Blade Runner, the director, he wanted
Ridley Scott. Yeah.
Ridley Scott, he wanted Rachel was played by
Right.
can't think of her, the actress's name.
Fabulous. Yeah, I mean, there's a guy who's
Sorry,
just way ahead of his
Rachel,
time.
the real actor name I can't remember. But he wanted her, but Harrison Ford wanted his friend. He said, no, you got to get her. And Ridley Scott was like, no, she's the actress. And he was right. It just worked out.
It always works out. And how?
Yeah.
What is that sentence? You've heard it here before. Our job is to even if I create a story, like you created your story, then you will become a servant of your story. And the people you audition, we're all there to serve the same story, and that's when you see things get done. And that's why troops and groups, and you learn that with Splash, especially as a dancer. It's not like you're soloing all the time,
right?
You know,
but
and
you can still use your friends in other parts, and like,
of course.
I mean, that's your family, of course. But if it's a certain character, it's that story's to be made by this certain person, and you have to go with your gut. You can do that, and your friends, if they understand, they love you. But it's okay. I'll play the bartender in the movie, or I'll play an octopus,
and that may be all you have for your indies. So.
Yeah.
Then, so you finally produced your own product, and you got into DJing. And when I say DJing, I don't mean just someone shows up at a party and spins disc or that type of. It's a lot more advanced, and I've learned about this over the years. And I mean, you actually can still produce your own albums, put that out there, and you've moved to an interesting level because having gone through that whole journey of being able to produce your own stuff, you now understand as a secondary effect, wait a minute, I can help people produce their stuff. And could you tell us a little bit about some of the work in that?
Yeah, the DJ stuff is interesting. I mean, it took me like about 2 months to learn the instrument. Some people are like, oh, it's a controller. I have an NS7 II. It is a controller. It's not 2 turntables and a microphone, but it's still an instrument because it took me like 2 months to read the manual. I took classes online. I mean, there's a lot of EQing. There's a lot of information and technology in that one controller that you have to learn. And it's like, I don't know if I want to do this, but maybe I'm just going to do it. And I learned it. And there's been some times I was spinning and they're like, hey, can you play this song? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll put it in my mix. And I'm just grabbing this. I'm like, you're really a DJ, right? I'm thinking, well, yeah, I'm here spinning. I'm not, I don't know.
Right, yeah, I know. You run into that, and that's normal. But just to be a DJ nowadays,
I don't
you don't
scratch.
Just put
I mean,
a
I
record
could. Yeah, I can scratch. I mean,
plus, you have to learn to edit now.
Yeah,
you work on one of the most
mixes,
complex programs for recording, which is
Pro
Pro Tools. So yeah, it really is a learning process.
There's a lot of information, and it's like, look, kids, if you don't like doing homework, don't be a DJ and don't be a producer.
Oh, and that's true.
So much reading, and Richie Rocket, my husband, he's the main producer and the Pro Tools in our studio.
He's very skilled.
He's an audio.
Really cool.
He's visual audio. So. And thank God for him, but I have to do it on my own. I have to read the manuals. I have to read on my own. I have to practice. It's just part of the gig.
So, bottom line is, if you want a house, you may actually have to learn how to build one.
Exactly.
So, up next is a few moments, and we've got some questions coming in. So we'll be right back, and we'll tell you a little more. But first, we're going to hear your questions. See you in a few.
DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Trackers on the run. There they are.
Trackers,
Hi,
you see them? Hi, trackers. Hi, Star Trackers.
What kind of animal is that?
I
Don't
don't know.
eat that child. Okay,
Don't
sorry.
do it. It's an alien.
All right. Ooh, I like it.
Believe.
We have a question from an alien. Let's take it on.
Oh.
All right. Now it's your turn. Your questions. What's the first one up we got there?
The first question we have is from Jonah, and this is for Beautiful Pride. What genre of music do you enjoy singing? Thanks, Jonah.
Thank you. Yeah, I love poppy, industrial. I like. It's really hard to say. My voice changes so much. So I don't. Maybe pop, rock, industrial, house,
Like who?
like techno.
What artists would you like say? I'm helping you out here, Jonah.
Bjork's not really. She's kind of kooky and cool.
Well,
I love
she's-
Bjork.
And
Bjork's
you're
interesting.
fierce.
And Blondie, too.
Plus, you're very fierce, so there must have been
Fierce
some
and
influence
fearless.
Let's see. I know I come across like that, but I really kind of like sometimes like the quirky, cute people.
Right.
I know people don't know that, but like I do love Blondie. I think she's pretty. She really has a soft, pretty
she
voice.
broke a lot
But
of-
she does have that some that little rock.
Well, when
little
we say
edge.
fierce, what we mean is you're fiercely
Really
fearless.
fierce, yeah.
Not that you're
Kind of like
fierce on
remember
stage.
the Pretenders?
but-
You have it
Oh,
only
okay.
advanced.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love her. She's awesome too.
Oh, Chrissy Hine. Love
Yeah,
Chrissy
it's
Hine.
been- there's so many. There's
So-
so many.
Next one up is Paula, and Paula says,
Paula, what's up?
was there something that happened to you personally to make you write that song, the one you were talking
Oh,
about?
technodramology.
Yes.
What person?
This
Okay.
and producing music and just computers, just our generation now, what we're dealing with.
What is the message? Because you know more about that than I do.
Of technodramology?
Yeah,
What's
what's
the
the
message of the
message?
song?
It's just kind of like saying hi. I'm going through this drama with not my boyfriend, but with my phone and my computer and things around me. Oh, what am I doing? How can I deal with this?
Did you have like a bad day and you said, the heck with it, I'm going to write?
It wasn't just a bad day. I think it was a bad year. Computer's crashing. As a matter of fact, we've been having trouble lately with our internets.
Yeah, she was just
Imagine
saying that. She was just saying that.
It only happens to the few of us, right? Okay.
Okay, we had a question come in. Thank you so much, Paula.
Thank
Thanks,
We had
you.
a question come in. This is from Cedric from Des Moines, Iowa.
Ooh,
Did I
Cedric.
say that right? Des Moines, or is it Des Moines? I don't know.
Des Moines, yeah.
Des Moines, okay. From a songwriting perspective, how do you recommend getting past a blank page?
Ooh.
Ooh,
good one.
blank page syndrome.
Just leave it alone. Don't force it. Because there's actually a song. Can I say Space Hope?
Yeah.
There's a song actually we just produced, and Teresa Glam, she's a lead singer on it. I actually produced it, started on it last year, and it will be finished this week.
And what's
So,
it called? This is not G-rated.
It's called Space Ho, but it's okay. It's cute, but yeah, don't rush it. If you really want to get it done, I would say, me personally, it depends on what your soul and what your spirit calms you down with. Like, go to the mountain. I go up to Mount Charleston, go to the cabin, just chill, get away from the city. Or if you live in the mountains, go to the city, because you need different.
like a pattern breaker, like a
You need
space
to see
pattern
other
breaker.
things. You need,
Yeah, and
your
the city
mind
of
needs to get
Neon
away
and
from
Mountain's a good
your
idea.
mundane life. It's just you become programmed in that, so you need to find something to break away from that. Go somewhere
So like to stimulate a different stimulation.
for sure. I mean, if you have the money to go to London or go to Paris, by
Okay.
all means, please go.
We're going.
Let us
take
know
us
when
with
we're
you.
leaving,
See
what
ya.
boat we're taking.
Yeah. So don't force it, and if you have to get it done, go somewhere, get away. Baths or being in water is very good, because that's where humans, you're in your mom's womb, and that water is really tranquil.
Yeah, it's true.
And
That's,
it
an
does
interesting,
help.
that's
you.
an interesting
never
perspective.
heard
That's true. I
anybody
never
say
thought
that.
about
Water
you're right.
therapy.
I love that. I love
Go
that.
swimming.
That's why I like baths. So there it is.
And I have to say, I miss you, Desiree. I miss you.
We're working on it.
Because I can barely see the questions.
What's
Okay.
it say?
So Taryn from Manchester, New Hampshire. Hey, Taryn. I hope I said your name right. What does it take to be a successful DJ in Las Vegas when there are so many DJs coming in and out of town?
Yeah, good question. I'm going to be honest, it's pretty tough. Networking is huge. Know your skill. That's the main thing. So if someone does say, I've been to an audition as a DJ and they didn't really like my style, but it's okay. It's fine, eat your heart out when my song comes out. Just kidding. But that's fine because you're not going to fit in everyone's little category. But sometimes there's certain DJ circles that you're just not going to fit in, or it's just their little crew, which is fine. But if you network, they may like your vibe.
Big
but
word,
you've got to
network.
know your skill. But it is about your vibe too. They're going to either like your vibe or they're not. So it's a little tough gig. It's okay, but
Be good at what you do. And
you know
how
that
to
you know your
network.
skill, know your skill, know your music, know your skill, know your music, and just get into that network pool, and you'll be okay.
You know, Kirk Arthur said that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He walked into a bar and this guy that hadn't seen him in a long time said, "I thought you were dead," because he had a heart attack.
Stay in touch.
And he said, "No, I'm still here." He said, "You have to be visible. You have to be
Yes,
seen.
get out there. I know it's
And let
tough.
people know
You don't have to
still
stay the whole time. Like I've been invited to like certain clubs and you're at the table and blah blah. I mean, been there, done that. I used to go dance and stuff, but I mean, I'm gonna go to support the DJ or be with my friends, but I'm not gonna stay like 5 hours. I mean, if you want to, please go for it. But me personally, I'm not gonna stay that long. I'm just gonna support and be there for them, and then while you're there, you are networking as well. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's important.
No, it's smart,
important.
and it's part of our business.
Part of our
Networking
business.
is your disposition with other people.
That's
of
right.
course, if you run into a crazy person, network your way to the next person. Really fast.
Just run to the restroom.
It happens in our business
It does.
at least once,
Yeah.
Twice a day.
Just
no.
sound the fire alarm. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly.
Someone said to me once, I'm trying to remember who it was, but it's a very successful person, one of our clients, and they said this is a people business. If you want to be in the entertainment business, it's a people business. You have to make sure that you network and talk to people and make friends, because a lot of times the gigs come from someone saying, "Oh, I have a friend that."
Definitely.
And that's how you get
I
the
mean,
gig.
welcome to planet Earth. You're dealing with other humans.
In the
So
last minute, I'm going to bring this up. Go ahead.
Welcome.
We got
Okay.
time for one.
Oh, we got
quickie
another
there.
one. What advice would you give to little girls who would love to sing and perform and are teased for not being good? This is from Jessica, a sad mom.
oh, don't be sad.
All right, Jessica.
I almost got emotional.
Oh, I'm sad.
Okay, well, put a shield up and be away from those people. Number one, never be around people. If you have to be around them, just pray for goodness for them and just keep your distance.
Yeah, it's your dream, it's your life. Remember something. Nobody, no matter how close, sees through those eyes that you have. And no one hears through your ears. It is your life. You're the one who must live it.
Be in your own self and just keep your distance. Don't be rude to them. Just pretty much kind of ignore mean people like that and just do your thing. Don't even give them energy. Don't think about it, because if you think about certain things like that, energy will come to you. But keep doing your craft and use that to be even better. Like
Right.
use that to excel.
And real quick, I want to touch on that because I was a professional kid and I was not popular. I was a cootie. Everybody hated me. And as my mom was brilliant, she made sure that where I was taking my lessons and in the community that I had of performers, that I got the love and the support from them. So make sure the performing community that she's in.
And
is
don't ever
supportive.
stop wanting to do what you want to do,
What
your
you love.
dream, whatever dream you have. It is. I know there's gonna be down points. Trust me, I've cried.
We all
I'm
cry.
going to interrupt this
And
because
just
I have
keep
to. Because
going,
where is DJ Pride 3000 going
keep
right
going.
now?
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
A comic book. See, don't stop. Keep creating. Look, we got a comic book with a cool story here. It says, Mission Control preparing for landing, alien kissing, most unique, and it's just in an outline now, so keep your eyes open. Humanity will never be the same, and a dancer across the stars.
DJ Pride 3000.
Beautiful work.
Her next step.
We love you so much. Thank you for coming in today.
We love you, Pride.
Next
You're
up
amazing.
will be Miss Annette Simmons.
Annette!
Yeah, dancer, singer, actress, Broadway. So we'll catch you on the flip side. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Love you guys.